Last year I made a video where I spoke about if Erlc is dying, and we looked at the game's analytics for that whole year, and well, since then a whole entire year has passed once again. So today we're going to be checking back and seeing if anything's improved, if it's got worse, what's happened and what's changed with the players and the likes and the favourites and things like that on Erlc. So drop a like, subscribe if you enjoy, but let's get straight into it. Alright, so as I said, I did make one of these videos around a year ago. I think it was January 2023 and it's now January 2024, so it's around a year since I made that video. And in that video I spoke about how people were saying the game is dying and saying the game was getting boring and saying that not many people play it as much, no one plays it anymore, all that kind of thing. And well, before we actually have a look at the analytics, I think that on the whole there are always going to be people that say the game is dying. That's just because they get bored of it. If someone gets bored of something, then they then say that it's dead or it's dying or no one plays it anymore just because they don't play it, if that makes sense. And that's just kind of like a natural human thing, I guess, because I mean everyone does it with every game. So just because loads of people are saying it's dying does not mean it's dying, and as we'll see by the analytics in just a moment, it definitely is not dying. So let's have a look. So just quickly, currently I am recording this at 10 AM on a Monday morning. This is one of the most inactive times for the entire game because everyone's gone back to school today pretty much from the Christmas break, and as well as that, I mean, it's a Monday morning, and secondly, it's only 10 AM UK time, which means for America, it's like 5 in the morning. So no one's on really, but there's still 3,730 people playing. Now, if we head over to this website here called Rollymons, this will show us every single thing that we need to see, and you can see loads here. But if we go to a game catalog and type in emergency response, we can see we've got Erlc here. Now, just because the analytics of Erlc aren't lower doesn't mean that people haven't taken over Erlc. We'll speak about that in a moment. So if we change this to daily just here, and we change all of these and we put them all on all, we can see this is the basic analytics. Now we're going to have a look at this a little bit. So this is February. February starts from about here, and as you can see, it was a pretty good year for Erlc. I mean, we spoke last year about 2022 and 2021, and if I'm honest, they were just kind of equal. 2023 though, it did start to increase. It was quite high, and then they kind of had quite a bit of a drop again. This is average concurrent players, by the way, so this is on average how many people are playing at a certain time. And as you can see, it really started to die out in kind of the later months of 2023 and then pop back up again. So if we go to 3 months, we can see it kind of died out a little bit, and then obviously during the Christmas time when the winter update came out, it popped up. Same with every game, that's just naturally what's going to happen. But we can see, in all fairness, from looking at this, I think this answers your question. If you just want a simple answer, is Erlc dying? No, it's not. It's really not. I think for 2023, I will say the average maybe is a tiny bit lower, only by a few hundred, just judging at this bit here compared to kind of the rest here. But obviously it's shot back up again now. So on the whole, no, Erlc is not dead. Then we have new visits as well. So this is how many new people are playing the game. And again, as you can see, they're still getting new visits every single day. Again, there was a big drop off here. I'm not really sure why that was. But then of course, Christmas time came and it came back up. Almost 1 million visits in one day. So very nice there. And then we have like percentage. So this is always going to be something that's a little bit of a difficult one for Erlc. So as you can see, it was 94 and then it kind of dropped slowly down to 93%, and then obviously they made it free. A lot of people didn't like that, A, because people had paid for it, so they were like, oh well, now everyone could just play it for free, do I get a refund? And B, all of the new players were joining and were kind of ruining the roleplay for the old players. So you can see there was quite a bit of a drop here. This was around the time of that little Roblox event. A lot of people were unhappy with the Erlc, and then obviously I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe I think they made it cheaper at some point here and then came free. Anyway, that's not this year, but you can see on the whole it's been on a drop. Then 2023 it kind of came back up again for the summer update, maybe, I guess, but now ever since it's still just been on a very slow decline. It is still on 91%, so granted that is still very good and nothing really to worry about. And as you can see, there hasn't been many new likes for Erlc at all. I mean, a lot more people like it than they do dislike it, but on the whole, how many times do people actually like or dislike a game on Roblox? I can't really remember the last time I did that. So yeah, that doesn't really matter. Then we have favorites as well. Again, not too many people really favorite Roblox games anymore, but of course, it's very, very cool. And as you can see, there has been a little bit of a decline here. A few less people have been favoriting the game, but again, on the whole, it doesn't affect the actual player thing, so I would not worry about it at all. And we have average playtime. So we can see the average playtime is pretty good. This has stayed the same pretty much since the game released. Maybe a tiny bit higher when it first released and it was a smaller community, but I mean 15 minutes on average is pretty good. I will say that's not too bad at all. So yeah, we have a lot of game passes here, badges and stuff like that. We have all of the stuff for the places for it, which is pretty cool. Some little secret games from inside of Erlc that you don't really see. And obviously you can't play these either because these are places inside of Erlc. So for example, if we open this, press view on Roblox, it just takes us to the Erlc homepage because that game's inside of Roblox, if that makes sense, inside of Erlc anyway. But yeah, there we go. That's the analytics for this year on Erlc. I guess this is a yearly tradition now. We'll come back next year, we'll do it again, we'll see what's changed, if anything has changed. But I think overall, on the whole, there is nothing to worry about at all. Erlc certainly is not dying. There certainly isn't really anything wrong with the game. I think the likes is the only thing that is actually going down, but even so, that's going down by probably like 1% a year. And oh my gosh, what's happened to my Wi-Fi? Okay, let's just turn around and go back down this way, and then my game's gonna crash in a minute anyway. But like I was saying, on the whole, it really isn't anything to worry about. Likes going down by 1% a year. That means that for it to get to like 10% likes, it's going to take like 80 years. So honestly, it is nothing to worry about at all. The game won't be even up. Why is my Wi-Fi so bad? The game won't even be out for 80 years. So there will never really be a worry with the likes. And as we saw as well, all of the analytics for the visits and the concurrent players and the favorites dropped a little bit as well, but the concurrent players and the visits is all that really matters, and they are still staying the same, if not increasing a little bit. We saw a tiny bit of a decline throughout parts of the year, but I think that's just the time of the year, and maybe if this happens again next year, then we can start to say Erlc is dying out. But on the whole, Erlc is definitely not dying. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you do drop a like and subscribe. Check out everything else on the description as well. It is much appreciated, and thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.